Actress Bette Midler taking issue with comments that Senator Rand Paul made about Kurds in Syria, tweeting out, and I'm quoting Bette now, "I do not promote violence, but Rand Paul says the Kurds are being ingrates for taking their frustrations out on U.S. troops, which is a good reminder for us all to be more grateful for the neighbor who beat the blank out of Rand Paul." The tweet has since been deleted. So is this another case of Hollywood going too far? Joining me now is actress Kristy Swanson. Kristy, good to see you. What do you make of Bette Midler's comments?
Good morning. Highly inappropriate, completely unnecessary. There's no need for it. I mean, obviously she deleted it, knowing that it was completely wrong and inciting violence and sort of cheerleading for that. And I think that, it's way out of line, completely out of line.
Now, we all have a right to sound off. Nobody's denying her right to do that or your right to do that. You, by the way, tend to be more conservative than liberal. I would imagine you get a lot more negative feedback from Hollywood folks than Bette Midler does.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I definitely have haters out there on Twitter. Everybody does, I guess. But not all of Hollywood has the same mindset that Bette Midler does, but she tends to just go so extreme with things, and this was a disrespect to the troops, our military, and to Rand Paul, and it happens daily with her, to be honest, and I don't know why she just keeps doing it.
Well, partly maybe because there's no consequence. I mean, if you do tend to be conservative, you do get consequences. I know other conservatives in Hollywood who say that there are lists that you're on. If you're deemed as a conservative, it makes it more difficult to get parts if you're an actor, or to get movies if you're a director, whatever. Is that true?
Well, I mean, in my case, it's literally hard to prove. How could I prove that that's the case? But I personally have never not worked with someone on a project in Hollywood simply because they were Democrat or voted Democrat and liberal or anything like that. I don't take that stance. I never have. And but yet the left tends to do so, and they don't hide it. They're very open about it. I mean, Deborah Messing and her co-star, a few months ago, were talking about that on Twitter, how they, whoever's on the list going to the Trump fundraiser, let's make sure we know who's on the list so we don't work with them. It's so wrong. I just don't understand that mindset.
Yeah, I don't either. And it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, Clint Eastwood, for example, tends to be more conservative, yet he has a lot of liberals that he works with, both actors and other directors, et cetera. But you do get the sense that it's getting less tolerant in Hollywood. I mean, there were days when politics didn't interfere with work relationships or friendships. I mean, you think of Jimmy Stewart and Henry Fonda, best of friends, totally on the opposite sides of the political extreme. By the way, we did reach out to Senator Rand Paul for a statement. We were referred to his wife's statement. Meanwhile, Bette Midler has twice tweeted support for the violent attack on Rand Paul, resulting in serious injuries to him. There were zero repercussions. That's what was said by the wife. So final question to you. How do you keep things cool when you do get into a heated debate? I mean, you have a way of working with folks. I mean, you've proved that with your own career, despite any differences. When the rhetoric heats up, how do you cool it down?
Well, I mean, for me, when I'm on set of a show, I just don't talk about politics. And but I have found, just being in the hair makeup room or whatever, people come in and just talk trash about conservatives, just openly and blatantly. And I think that there needs to be, just a rule, just to, hey, let's just not talk politics at work.
That sounds.
Let's not
good.
do it on the red carpet. Yeah, don't do it on the red carpet or at award shows or on set at work. And I think everybody would be fine.
Well,
we could all
thank
get
God
along.
there's a lot to talk about other than politics in life, a lot to talk about. Frankly, I think politics should be deemed a lot less important than it really is. Kristy Swanson, thank you for being here. Good to see you.
Thank you. Take
Appreciate
care.
it.